This is Durga from ITversity, a one-stop shop to learn all the technologies. So this video is primarily, or this hangout is primarily to announce Cassandra in labs.itversity.com. As you guys are aware, I started Big Data Labs around 3 months back with Hadoop and Spark. I will give overview about that, and then I will come to the main agenda, which is the Cassandra added to that. So as most of you guys are familiar with, I provide training using 4 components. One is YouTube channel called ITversity, where there will be videos and playlists of videos which you can follow and learn something. And then we have itversity.com, which is a website where we will be publishing a lot of courses with video content as well as text-based content, so that you don't need to search around for the code snippets, etc. And then we also have a forums-based platform called discuss.itversity.com, where you can actually post your questions and we will come back with the answers. And there are a bunch of volunteers also who are contributing to this. And eventually we will be in a situation that every question will be answered. And then as learning big data is not very simple and your laptop might not suffice, we built something called Big Data Labs using platform called labs.itversity.com, where people can sign up by paying first they can sign up to the website, and then they can enroll to the lab by paying $14.95 for 31 days, $34.95 for 93 days, and $54.95 for 185 days. And we provide a state-of-the-art cluster. I will show you the cluster details also in a moment. Once you get access to the lab, you will get access to this environment also, which is called as Ambari. And then you can actually go to the hosts and see that there are 9 hosts in the cluster. On top of these 9 hosts, which is main cluster, we are also planning to add more and more big data based technologies as part of the lab. They are all complementary. They are for free if you have access to the lab. But only this cluster will be supported 24/7. The additional components will be supported at our convenience, but we will try to make them available 24/7. But at times it might slip through our monitoring, and we don't promise that it will be up in 24 hours or 48 hours if some problem occurs. But we will try to make it available as much as possible. So we want to add as many big data technologies as possible, complementary to this cluster. In that process, we actually added Cassandra recently. So this video is primarily to show how to access Cassandra. So and also we will create courses or content or blogs about how to use Cassandra to learn it. This one is primarily to showcase how you can use the Cassandra which is available in the lab. So for that, as I have mentioned to you earlier, you need to sign up to labs.itversity.com, and then you have to enroll for one of the plans. Once you enroll, then you will get credentials to the lab. And here you can get the username, password, and also the Open Console link. You can click on this to open in Web Console, or you can also use Mac terminal or Linux terminal or Cygwin or MobiXterm or PuTTY in Windows. In this case, I will demonstrate using Web Console itself. You can copy username from here and then paste. If you are using Windows, make sure you use Shift Insert to paste the username and password. And also make sure the cursor is full, and then you are in the lab. Okay. Now Cassandra is set up on this host, csql.itversity.com. Okay. So and this gateway node is just a client to the cluster which is accessible from that host, csql.itversity.com. You will not get access to that host, but using gateway node, which is gw01.itversity.com as a client, you can connect to the Cassandra running on it. and we haven't enabled any user any authentication and authorization on the cluster. It is pretty much open to everyone, so you can step onto each other's toes. So make sure you don't do that. Try to create your own database and then start practicing. Okay, so now to connect to the Cassandra cluster, which is accessible from cs01.itversity.com, what you have to do is, first you have to export something called csql_host to csql.itversity.com. Okay, csql.itversity.com is the host name on which we have Cassandra. Once you export it, you can run cqlsh. Even the host name is not correct. Sorry, the parameter is not correct. The parameter is cqlsh_host. Okay, cqlsh_host. And now if I run cqlsh, it will work. Now you can see it. It is connected to Cassandra cluster. You can actually use itversity to connect to the key space which I have created. The key space is similar to database in traditional RDBMS. And then you can select start from users. So there is a table called users, and we just created the test data. So this is how you can connect to the Cassandra cluster. If you need help on command line commands, you can just type help, and all these commands are available to you. You can create tables, you can insert data into tables, etc. I'm not 100% sure about how to list the tables. Probably show tables might work. Now show does not work. Anyway, I'm not 100% sure about the commands which will list the tables. We will see later. We will come up with content and blocks later to use this cluster. For now, this is how you can actually connect to the Cassandra cluster, which is a 6-node cluster, but it is accessible only through this host called csql.itversity.com. Okay, so to permanently make it available to your sessions, you can open .profile, which is under your home directory. Tilde represents home directory in Linux, and then /.profile. No, not this one. I think it is va.bash profile, I guess. Yeah, bash profile. And in the bash profile, you can say export cqlsh underscore host equal to csql.itversity.com, and then save it and come out. Okay, now I'm exiting from this session to make sure that I will be able to launch from next time. I'm again click on open console, and then I'm copying the username and then password. You can say echo $cqlsh_host. Now we can actually say cqlsh. So from now onwards, you don't need to export in your sessions. So make sure you update your bash profile, and you don't need to enter the host name. Sorry, you don't need to pass your host name to the environment variable called cqlsh_host to connect to the Cassandra cluster. Okay, so this is a brief overview about the Cassandra which is added lately, and like this we'll be adding more and more technologies to the labs. We will add MongoDB, Solr. You can also suggest more and more tools. We will add almost everything by end of this year. Probably every 2-3 weeks we'll try to add one technology. That being said, if you like this idea of having Cassandra on the cluster, and if you like the idea of having more and more technologies related to big data on the cluster, please click on the like button. It means a lot for me. And you can share with your friends about this video. And also please spread the word to your friends, whatever resources we are providing as part of the lab, so that I can get more and more subscriptions and I can spend money on reinvesting to add more components. As I have been mentioning, I don't want to spend money on traditional marketing or even on Google AdWords. Rather, I would like to provide more and more resources to you as the lab grows. That being said, if you have any questions, I can take care of those. Otherwise, we will wrap up for today. This is just to announce that Cassandra is added to the to labs.itversity.com. And as I have mentioned to you, I will come up with content related to Cassandra in next 3-4 months. I'm also looking for volunteers who can come up with content, create blogs or video logs, etc. If any one of you are interested also, you can let me know. That being said, thank you very much. Bye.